Is the clinic expensive in the Philippines? The answer is yes and no. Yes, it is expensive to many or most Filipinos. However, it is not expensive to most foreigners. So, a lot of people in the Philippines, even though they get sick or they're feeling sick, most of the time, often they hide it from their family, or most of the time they keep it to themselves because they don't want to go to the hospital or clinic because, again, it's a lot of money. Unless there are some sort of benefits that can help you get a discount, which I believe there is some medical benefits in the Philippines that was provided from the government. But most of the time, when you get hospitalized in the Philippines, often they will ask you for a down payment ahead of time. Otherwise, they're not gonna accept you even if you're already dying, even if you're bleeding like crazy. No, they're not gonna accept you. And they don't care if you'll die in front of them. And that's the reason why if you end up marrying a Filipina or involved with a Filipina and they don't have money and their mom or dad or brothers and sisters or relatives get hospitalized, then often they will do this because where else can they get money? If they can't get it from somewhere else, then of course they're gonna try to ask it from you. And if you're a foreigner goes to the Philippines and end up getting hospitalized, I still believe that it's still very expensive because I find that it is way more expensive than just being here in Canada. Well, I guess here in Canada, most of the time when we go to the clinic or hospital, it's free, but obviously our taxes is covering for it. And I know when you get your teeth done there, it's super duper dirt cheap. And that's one of the reason why I ended up going to the Philippines to get my wisdom tooth done. Or no, sorry, my crown done, because when I was about to get my crown done here in Canada, it was so expensive. It was like $2,500 Canadian. And when I went to the Philippines and got my tooth cleaned and also my partner's tooth cleaned, and on top of that, I got my crown done, it cost us only $250, I believe, maybe close to 300, but it was that dirt cheap for the foreigners, of course. I believe we paid around 16,000 pesos, so you can convert that in your dollar conversion. But unfortunately, 16,000 peso is still a lot of money to many Filipinos. They could not afford that. And the place that I went to, it was even private and it's not public. So if they go to public, it might have been cheaper, but because I want a fast service, I had to go to private. So yes, does healthcare in the Philippines very expensive? Yes, very, very. Okay, now you know. Mwah.